I see my boy ESTG doing a interview with Bootleg Kev, and he walked out on Bootleg Kev interview.
That's
I ain't like that one, man.
I'm trying
I
to
didn't
feel-
like it. I didn't
need
like
to
it either
pull-
because if I didn't like it either because, well, one, I feel like he was asking about his background, like the football shit and all that shit. Like he was asking questions that people want to know about. Like if ESTG was at a fucking combine with all these players, and if he did like audition or try out or whatever, bro, that's a good conversation. But don't go to an interview thinking we're only gonna talk about your album. That shit gets boring too. You've been in that situation.
I ain't finna be talking about no nigga album.
Exactly.
No
So his biggest problem was that he wasn't asking him questions about the album.
And I guess people were saying that he was dealing with, like, he was mourning and there was other stuff behind the scenes too. But at the end of the day, like, I think we at a place right now when it comes down to it where it's like artists be thinking like they too cool for this shit. You get what I'm saying?
No, but you also, it's the PR's job to inform the artist what type of fucking sit down this is, and what their interview style is, and what they talk about, and what they're gonna ask you, shit like that. Because a lot of these artists come to the West Coast, they come do that label press run where they sit you up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, and they thinking they just finna go in there and talk about the new single on the album. But when you come in and a nigga like digging and asking funny questions, and you ain't in a playing mood, you like, nigga, I ain't trying to hear this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So with Bootleg Kev, he's funny. So like, if you're not ready to sit down and like talk jokes and funny porn shit,
facts.
You're not gonna.
But if
be ready
you
for
feel
that.
like you big enough, nigga, and you don't need this shit, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do no press run.
But
Don't do no press run.
yeah, but I
nigga.
feel like also artists feel like we gotta bow down to them. Like if it's like I'm like, motherfucker, if I'm getting more views than some of your music videos, you better come in here with some respect. Come in here and have a good time, like what Pun said.
It's mutual.
It's kind of like we always talk about it. Like if somebody were to come on here, yeah, we'll talk about the album, your shit. But bro, most of the time we're gonna be talking shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna clown. Like that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a good time. So if you don't want to talk about you used to play football and we could roast you about you only having 3 catches and 30 million interceptions, and don't fucking come.
And then too, like Pun said, when they line you up with all 5 or 6 of these different motherfuckers, bro, they gonna ask you the same type of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna go through the same. Oh, how's your? Tell us about this and tell. It's the same shit, bro. Like, I mean, I respect Bootleg Kev from asking him some different shit, and then too, if the football part is a part of his story, like it ain't. I didn't see nothing that was like, you know what, that was out of pocket. He asked him a general question.
I just feel like a lot of it was doing with because he was white. If academics would have went in there, Joe Budden would have been in there, it would have been a different story. Because them niggas not finna be sitting in there talking about your album. They don't give a fuck about your album. You feel me? That's some radio shit. And even the radio station got to come up with different questions to ask you to entice the people, you feel me? To get them in, to, reel them in to see who you are as a person.
Bro, his most viral interview is with the Homegirl Radio Jewels, and they're talking about relationships.
Exactly.
That was a good one, though.
And it was it was a good clip. It went viral. It showed like, bro, motherfuckers were fucking with him because he was defending men in relationships. So shit like that's gonna go, bro.
Right.
Like that shit could ease into some of these, like, bro, the viral clip that's going crazy for me right now with that Mexican OT. We weren't talking about Johnny Dang, his fucking song that's booming. We're talking about how he says some funny shit that he don't jack off no more because Andrew Tate said some shit about like, what if God walks in while you got your dick in your hand? And it was like funny. And it's going crazy. That's gonna, let me go hear him talk more. Andrew Schultz didn't ask that Mexican OT about his fucking music.
Right.
They had a good fucking
and that's
time.
what's gonna open everything up
Yes.
for people to fuck with you.
People are
they
gonna
want to
see-
see your personality.
Like,
you know what I mean?
who are you? What you think about aliens, my nigga?
Yeah, like, bro.
Fuck aliens.
about aliens,
like,
my
yeah,
boy.
like, I want to see.
Nigga
Like,
say
nigga,
fuck the aliens then.
But you are on a press run, so niggas are gonna want to know more about you. I'm like, oh, the nigga got the album, he got the songs, and then you gonna go down the line like that.
The problem is that the labels are so used to sending people to the radio, and they do that. You feel me? When they bring it to these podcasts, it's like, nigga, this is a whole different ball game. Especially if you come sit on Shame on You, we gonna clown. We gonna talk our shit.
Don't come on my shit doing none of that shit. I don't give a mother fuck about your album. I really don't. I really don't even know what you got going on. I'm just trying to drink, smoke, have a nice time when I'm in my shit. I don't even really give a fuck. Bring back up here what he said, his response, because it did seem like Bootleg Kev kind of like made it seem like he walked out because he asked him about football.
Well, that's the clip. Did you see the clip?
Read that. What he said.
Did you see the clip, though?
Yeah, I see the clip.
It was an actual build-up. It wasn't just that
It was
part.
the build-up.
Yeah, it was a build-up.
Yeah.
He was asking questions and bro wasn't reacting.
He basically
to none
was
of the
like, "What does
questions.
this got to do with my album?"
Yeah.
Bootleg
No,
Kid
no,
put it
no,
out
no,
like
no.
he
And
asked him
like,
a question about football.
No, he asked
didn't
him.
want people to know about his
No,
football.
no,
No, that's not what happened.
everybody
What
know
he
that.
did, was like, "Oh, I saw you at this combine. What video?" And Bootleg was, "I saw a video on YouTube. What's the video called?" Bootleg was like, "I looked up ESTG football." But why? And I'm like, "Dick, like just talk about the fucking football. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Don't act like fool."
Or
That's,
be like, you know what? I don't want to talk about that, man. My album is in stores, nigga. Bop, 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 bop. And
bro,
You gotta
but
know how to maneuver.
Yeah,
through that.
yeah.
It was a different way he could have went about
I just
it.
think, I just think if you're like, just don't go do interviews. If you're one of those artists where you're like, bro was eating seeds mid interview, like not looking at him just to the side, like.
It's the niggas that can still do great interviews in seats. But I think it
Yeah,
probably,
no,
it might have been, we don't know, it might have been the 5th interview of the day and he probably heard the same questions all throughout the day. It happens with artists, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he could have went about it a totally different way.
Different way.
For sure. But, you know, it could have been that situation where he like, man, this is my 5th interview today. These niggas asking me the same goddamn questions over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? It could have been that. Could have been.
Man, if I'm doing that, nigga, I'm gonna go crazy. Read that shit, AD.
Yeah, niggas can't read.
I
Bootleg
can't see the
Kev,
glare.
you trying to play it like I walked out because of football, like I ain't did plenty of interviews talking about playing and talking about it in my music. You asking me if I remember old man porn star, if I believe in aliens in the NFL combine. What the fuck do that got to do with my album dropping Friday? And I'm literally just walked out of that interview 2 hours ago. You already got a clip up. You trying to go viral, LOL, 100. I got real life shit going on, ask around. I don't feel like playing, so please don't play with me because I play crazy.
You want to have a conversation or you want to go viral?
Man.
See, like that's unnecessary.
And then too, like if you going through something,
Don't do that shit.
Maybe it's not the time to sit there and sit with motherfuckers and do that.
But he
shit.
probably had to do it. He probably like, I got something going on. I
got an album dropping Friday.
I got an album dropping Friday.
Well, fuck it, he went viral.
But at the same time,
He went viral.
Fuck it, you went viral.
There
They
you
gonna
go.
listen.
it's like the Reason shit. Like
He went
that,
viral.
That shit helped me. 'Cause I didn't know he had an album dropping Friday. Now
I
do.
sure
Sure.
fuck didn't.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know ESTG album dropped Friday, and I fuck with his music.
That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
didn't
gonna know
he had
now.
an
I'm gonna get it.
Now I know.
Yeah, even if he did an interview with Bootleg Kev, I wasn't finna watch that shit. No offense, Bootleg
my
Kev.
God.
I love you to death. You feel
Shout
me?
out
Like,
Bootleg Kev.
I got shit to you know what I'm doing, but it's viral. He be doing so many artists. You feel me? Like so.
He be doing
I'll
so many
I'll
artists.
probably catch it a couple weeks later. There'll be so much shit out here, clips going up, crazy shit, but. I don't know, you feel me? Like at least that shit. Hopefully that shit help. I guess you don't. He's saying you don't need the help though, sis. For oh well, nigga, fuck it.
But shit, I know his album coming out now. I didn't know before.
Yeah.
Did y'all know before?
Did y'all listen to Porches?